Hello, everybody. My name's Chachi. That's Tom. Welcome back to In Our Humble Opinion. Going over NFL Week 6. Ugh. All right.
Da-da-da-da.
Week 6. Boom. The Ravens game we'll go over real quick. This won't be long. It really ain't
Oh,
much
it's
to
good.
talk about. They were all beat up again. The Rams won 17-3. Tom, any thoughts on what you saw?
Paint drying was more entertaining.
Yeah, a pretty boring game.
uh, Dude, it was. I mean, number one, you gotta get the Ravens defense came to play. You gotta give them a lot of credit. Okay, so they've been
Jenkins made
getting
a
shit
really good
on.
play, too.
You know, they showed up. Offense. I think the thing I noticed is it's like Munkin doesn't know how to call an offense for Cooper Rush.
No, he doesn't.
But also the minute Stanley goes down, it's bad. Um,
It's pretty
you know,
bad.
that's where I wonder if a guy like. That's where I always wonder if a guy like Flacco would actually be better for him because he can read stuff, he can get the ball out, like you're seeing in Cincy. But at the end of the day, I mean, you see why Lamar he should actually be. This is like remember when Peyton Manning got hurt for the whole season
Yeah.
and like they put Curtis Painter in there and it was like 1-15.
Yeah.
Like, yep, this is why Peyton Manning should be the MVP. This is why Lamar should be the MVP.
Yeah, they're pretty bad without him. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's good too because they have a collection of really good players on offense.
they
I
do.
mean, it shouldn't be just completely a disaster.
No, they shouldn't. That is definitely the play calling is not the best. I think the Todd Monken. I'm not saying he's a bad coach. I'm just saying let's calm down on the head coaching thing. I'm like, he's okay. I don't know about all world. Okay, let's whoa.
Yeah, not totally.
And the players need to execute better too. I don't want to just get
Yeah,
on him. Like they're not doing great. The
dude,
line.
that's really all I gotta say. I mean, the only other thing I'd add is just the pass rush. Still, I mean, they got a little bit of pressure, but
Nah.
they're gonna have a long year on that defense. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Good luck.
All.
I thought what was interesting though too is they put Kyle Hamilton strictly in the box.
Yeah.
That was very interesting.
Yeah.
And they just
really
let him run.
let him run around. Yeah.
Man, he was good.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Like Tom said, the one difference he just mentioned it. I was gonna say Hamilton was down in the box and just being like blitzing, and they were using him off the edge to mess up the run game. He was really played with his hair on fire. It was really smart, but I'm not taking much away from their defense there because my thing is the Rams look like one of those teams from the West Coast that had come across to the East and just was a mess in the beginning of that game, and the weather was a little bad. Looked like a warm weather team having to come, dome team having to come either way, come over to the East Coast on like 10 o'clock start for them and just look sluggish. I mean, like Devontae Adams looked like he didn't even know where he was. He was like dropping passes, and I don't know what was going on. Same thing with Stafford. He was a little off. He was missing people by like 3 yards each time on like throws
Well,
that he
the
went.
weather was. I mean, remember too.
Windy,
I
real
took
windy.
the SoFi tour. I understand now, and like just the California weather. Yeah, it was the nor'easter was offshore. I'm
Yep.
telling you, man, those guys don't practice in that nonsense.
But
It's always like sunny and 80.
I'll give the defense credit for showing up because they haven't done that much. But like Tom said, pass rush is still nothing. Even with Lamar, I've documented this with Tom and I talked to him. They have to win 5 straight to even have a shot. Okay, you have an easy part of the schedule, but like Tom said, that defense is still not great, and you can't. Lamar can't keep making miracles happen. You got to give him some kind of protection because in that game the protection was terrible. But like Tom said as well,
Yeah.
the play calling was not the best. I mean, you had the ball. You ran the ball down to the goal line with Derrick Henry, and then you decided to run 2 straight
Yes,
plays.
I'm so happy you're getting into this. That's
Two,
what I was going to ask you.
2 straight,
When you get into this,
2 straight like Mark Andrews tush pushes that never work. They never work. They rarely work. I don't get it. First off, he's not even like no offense to Mark Andrews. He's not like the most elite athlete. I'm like, why do you have him running this? I don't get it. He's not like super strong. When does he break tackles? Could someone tell me when he breaks tackles? Because I've never seen him break tackles. He's not. I don't get it. And it's like if I run all the way down there with the same guy, why am I not giving him the ball again? I don't get it. It's crazy. Why don't you run? Why don't you run Derrick Henry 3 times? If that doesn't work, right? They stopped Derrick Henry 4 times. Then I'd be like, look, you tried and it didn't work. Okay. I wouldn't even be that mad. I'd be like, hey, you gave it a shot, or at least twice. You have to try with the thing that got you down there, the runs that worked. It made no sense. And then on fourth down, what really made me mad is on fourth down, after all of that, you run the most vanilla, you run a freaking dive to the left, which went nowhere. I'm like, what made you think that was going to work? Do something. Run a boot, roll them out and run that play you guys like. Run the play like so much where you roll the quarterback out and throw it to the tight end with a pick, because it's all you do. It's the only play you know, apparently, in a big situation. It's really annoying. But that, no creativity. You didn't even try. And we were just talking about Todd Monken. That's not even a difficult thing to figure out there. I don't understand. And this is where it frustrates me when, like, players do that thing on TV where they're like, well, you didn't play, so you don't really... Dude, I don't care if it is a guy eating food or what, you do a little thing where you're making fun of some fat... Look, everyone at the bar was right. What were you doing? You thought too much, Todd Monken. You thought way too much on that. I don't know. You thought you were slick. Oh, we're gonna put Mark Andrews in. I'm like, dude, just run the ball. It's... Man... I don't. That was nerve-wracking. I still don't think they would have won the game, because I think this was like we were just talking about. I think they were just rusty. They clearly, with all the injuries, had way more talent that was going to eventually come to the top, seep to the top of this game, and just be done. Because the Ravens' offense is putrid without Lamar. This is terrible. They're what was it, 32 a game with them and 6 without them, 6.5. Like, how does that? Like Tom said, how's that happen, though? I could see, like, 32 and, like, 15. I'm like, or 18. I'm like, okay, I get it. That's Lamar. Or at least or 20. Even with that team's talent, you should at least still get 20. But,
I mean, again, I just don't think, I don't think they know how to call offense without Lamar.
No, me neither.
I'm telling you, like, they don't know what to do with Cooper Rush. He's different. Like, see, McCarthy had it right in Dallas. And the thing is, they don't, dude, Rush can't run around.
No.
He's not mobile enough. No. And that's what made no sense with the signing.
Yeah, it didn't. You should have got your guy you have right now that played the second half of that game should have been your backup. Huntley's never played terrible without Lamar. He's been pretty good. Not great, but he's been pretty good. I mean, he's been... Yep. Like, they almost they should have beat the Bengals in that playoff game with him playing, okay? Didn't.
Yeah, they had a BS whenever the ball got punched out.
Yeah, I mean, they would have probably won the game, which is crazy. Like, I watched that game and was like, they're not going to win this game. And I was like, oh my God, Huntley played a really good game in that game. He's solid. He can run. He can play. And then John Harbaugh waits till, like, the game's over to put him in. I'm like, dude, what's the point in that? It's... Oh, my God. And this is what scares me, Tom. This is the last thing. And you know what? I'm tired of being nice about it. Look, Harbaugh is a solid coach. I don't think he's one of the greats or anything like that. I think he's a really solid coach. But I also think, let's be honest, and I'm going to do it today because I was thinking about this. I was like, why am I being nice? That ain't what I really think. That Super Bowl he won, even when he won that Super Bowl. Now, I do agree the BS with the lights going out was ridiculous. Like, that's crazy. I'm glad the Ravens won, because I would not blame anyone for being mad about that, because I thought it was very impactful and really garbage. I did not like that. But let's be honest, he won that Super Bowl, and his team he did what he always does. He blew that game. He was going to lose it. He really was. That game, it was 5 minutes longer, they'd lose easily.
Yep.
Because they can't run they would have ran the ball there if they had time, and would have probably easily scored with Frank Gore. They couldn't run it because if they got stopped, the time would have ran out. Okay, and Ed Reed was smart enough, because it's Ed Reed. He was like, look, if they throw this fade high, Ed Reed was running over. He's going to pick that ball. He went straight for that fade route. Because if anyone's ever seen it, Ed Reed talks about how they were trying to blitz Ed Reed, and Ed Reed was like, nah, I know they're throwing this fade. I'm going to run over there. And luckily, Kaepernick just threw a bullet, so it didn't matter. If he would have lobbed that ball, though, Ed Reed was waiting.
Kaepernick the most overrated trash thing at all time.
Oh, and for everyone that says that was PI, when the guy that he threw it to says it isn't, it wasn't PI because you couldn't. That was an uncatchable ball. That's on him. That's on him. I don't know why he threw it like that.
Look, man, there's a reason why Sherman went off, and the year after that, saying they let Kaepernick throw it, and he was saying throwing it to Crabtree's sorry butt, and you're like, he's not wrong. Crabtree is okay.
Yeah, that wasn't a good.
Kaepernick again in the corner end zone.
Again, I don't think he's a bad coach. I just think we drag everyone drags like he's this pillar of greatness. I'm like, Lamar saved his job once. He might do it. That's what scares me. If he go on a run here, and they make the playoffs, you know what's going to happen, Tom. Look at the adjustments they made. I'm like, why? Because Lamar came back and played like Superman and won an MVP. What if he wins the MVP again? I'm like, bro, this poor man's going to lose. Like,
I don't know, man. It might be Baker's year.
I know, dude. He's clutch, man. He's clutch. I love him. That Baker, run was crazy.
Honestly, I hope Danny Dimes wins it. That'd be hilarious.
Yes, it would.
I ship. Hey, that's what I'm rooting for, just because I want to see the Giants fans be upset.
I ship him and Kay Adams because that makes me laugh. Because everybody's like, "What hell is JD?" Because he's a beautiful man. You gotta leave that man alone. Okay, we're gonna go to the Packer game because that's all I gotta say. I'm good. I got that. There's a Packer game.
Yeah,
is an interlude.
Right, Ravens gotta start winning. If they don't,
yeah, I need 5 in a row. I'm not even gonna make a big deal out of anything until they win 5 in a row. It's going to be like this for 5 weeks. I'm like, good, you beat them, good job. Lamar's amazing. What am I talking? The sky is blue. What the hell do you want me to? What are we talking about today? I got nothing for you. But Lamar's a good quarterback. Ooh, wow, that's real step there. Oh God, I'm really telling you something that you didn't know. Yeah, I'm like, okay, cool. That Lamar played. That's why we won. There you go. That's all you're going to hear me say.
All right, man. You ready?
Yep. Packers, Bengals at Packers. We're going to go into the Thursday night. It already happened this week after this because it's a great segue. The Bengals and the Packers. Packers won 27-18 at home. Tom, what did you think of the game? Let me know.
Oh, so I went into it nervous because Flacco had already played the Packers. He's seen pass rush. He knows what to do. But now he's got actually better receivers, and he does. People need to stop saying how bad Cincinnati's O-line is. They've invested a lot of capital in it, and it's actually playing much better now.
Yeah,
so you saw it Thursday night too. You know,
yep.
I just want to make that clear. Like, everyone wants to keep crapping on that O-line. That O-line's pretty dang good. I would think their weakness is right tackle, really. But, anyways, Green Bay shut them out in the first half. That's incredible, man. Green Bay right now, defense, I think what Hafley's got to figure out is how do you start getting turnovers when they're dinking and dunking it. You gotta start punching the ball out. You gotta start, and they try, but you gotta get more hands up, get tipped balls in the air, stuff like that, right?
Uh-huh.
I think because that, what you saw at the end of the game is the defense was tired of having, they would sustain, any team that sustained a 10-play drive because they're just, it's a death by out of paper cuts. It's tough, man. And the pass rush at that point is just, there's nothing you can do. But you saw in the red zone, and all of a sudden they're super ineffective. The pass rush is effective because Joe's like, hey, I gotta, throw it.
Yep.
I gotta, he's gonna hold it for a tick longer. You saw, that's when Green Bay got one of their sacks. So I think, number one, I'm tired of the Green Bay fans just crapping on no. This defense is very, very good.
Yep.
It will become elite when they start getting turnovers, right? And I think they can. It's just Hafley's got to figure out that mix,
yep.
Right?
Yep.
So I would not fans need to chill. They'll see him chill because Joe's good and everybody knows it. And now he has Jamar Chase. Nixon was plastered to him. And Chase is just making people remember who Jamar Chase is. That's what that was. And I was just like, dang.
Oh yeah, dude, he
did a good job.
That is
supposed to do.
What's weird about him is he doesn't his stature's not big, but he is so tough. Like, he is really physical for how little he is. He is a physical receiver and is fast. So he's quick and physical.
Yeah.
That's what makes him so hard
That's
to
why I
do.
like Nixon. Like, the thing is, he's just short. And I think it hurts him sometimes because he's so short.
Yep.
You know, so like, but like I said, he's always been plastered to him. I'm not, like, honestly, I think the other thing Green Bay's got to do with the defense, I think they need to do kind of like copy what the Ravens just did. Bring McKinney down in the box. Because like, they're playing it so safe, like, oh, we can't get far deep. But at this point, it's like, dude, you have this elite pass rush.
Yeah.
You know, test these corners. Just because it tells me right now is he doesn't really trust the corners.
Yeah.
I think this week against the Arizona, it'd be kind of interesting to try.
It's the team to
see,
do
hey,
it,
can
too.
we do it?
Yeah, it's the team to do it, too. It really
I don't
is.
know, though. Jacoby Brissett actually has got a hose, so I'm kind of...
I'm telling you, hey, that man, there's a guy.
He might connect on some of them.
Chris Collinsworth special here. There's a guy that's been pretty solid for like 10 years. He really has. He's just been really good backup.
Just offensively, like, man, the Packers are, dude. Jordan Love is Jordan Love is Jordan Love. I don't know what he was doing on that pick. I watched the game film and I'm just like, he panicked and tried to throw the ball. He thought the guy was open. You know, Love's he's like, number one, Jordan Love has improved a ton.
Mm-hmm.
So people need to stop.
No, I agree.
Again, Packer fans need to stop getting on him. He has got a little reckless fart in him. Right? It's just, you've watched Aaron Rodgers for so long, but look, Rodgers has been reckless too this year. So he has more picks than Love does. So let's.
Oh, we're gonna get into that when we go over that game, the Thursday nighter that just happened, because I'm tired of that being a two-person talk. The story of that game was the guy that's only been on the team for 11 days, playing a better game. That's crazy.
I know, dude. I was so tired of listening to. Oh my gosh! Look at Aaron Rodgers. He gets to it so quick. So does Flacco. They both know what they're doing.
No, that pick was terrible that he threw, and I know it was one play.
Oh, yeah.
Who was that to?
You know, we'll get into it. I'll tell you what I noticed. Anyways, Jordan Love's just gotta just a little bit of more under control. Right? That pick was inexcusable as a dumb. That was points off the board. Just stupid.
And I think the Bengals
utterly stupid, and he knows it. There's just times I think he kind of, I don't know, I was looking at the game film, I think it's just the way he moves in the pocket. He almost looks like he's like in panic mode. But I think it's just the way he moves. It's not, he's actually calm. He's just a big dude. So when he needs to move sometimes, it looks like he's like flailing and the ball's hanging out there and stuff.
Dude, my thing with him.
Some incredible first down runs. They got Golden involved. They got Kraft involved. Like, that's the key to this offense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jacobs getting touches, whether it's, he's had 2 games of over 40 yards receiving. Plus last week he got over 100 rushing. And then, dude, they have got to get Tucker Kraft involved more. That guy is a potential all-pro tight end.
Oh, he's awesome.
Every time he touches the ball, he gets 15 yards after catch. It's insane. And I'm like, he's been targeted 3 times.
That is,
and they're like, well, they keep keeping it in the block. I was like, dude, I don't care. Like, you gotta get him the ball more.
Yep.
You're telling me you can't cut it from he gets 3. You can't increase his targets by 5.
I agree. He's really good.
I think that's a bad excuse, but I understand, but also it's like, dude, you can scheme some stuff up with 2 tight ends sets and leave Musgrave in there.
Yeah.
So, it was nice to see Jacob start to get it together too. I think they finally had their starting offensive line back out there, and they looked okay. They looked solid. I think this week is for Green Bay is beat the Cardinals on the road. I don't care how you win it. Win it. The Cardinals, I'm telling you, they will keep it closer than the Packers think. And I hope all the Packer fans are ready. It's going to be tough. It's not easy to play on the road. Historically, Green Bay's not great in that building.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, Arizona's desperate now.
They are. They need it.
And they've all the games they've played in are all under full possession.
Yeah,
so
they're tough.
Get ready.
They play tough. They should have beat the Tennessee too. That was great. They threw that game away. That was crazy.
That's the thing. I mean, this is the game you need to get a couple turnovers.
Yeah.
And I truly think you can blow them out.
Yeah. No. all I can really add to this is
And
that
I think you can too, because Brisket will, Jacoby Brissett, Brisket, we used to call him that all the time, but he'll give you some.
oh, he probably likes that nickname. It's hilarious. But I agree with Tom. The thing with Jordan Love that is frustrating for me from like other fans when they talk about him, you got three really good quarterbacks in a row, two Hall of Famers, and Jordan Love might be too. He's on a real good trajectory. I'm not gonna like jinx him, but and he's a little different from each one. He's got a little bit of both. He's got like the smoothness of Aaron, but he also has like the I'm going for it, like recklessness of Favre, which this is what I never like when we talk about that. It's always the bad part of the recklessness of Brett Favre. The thing is, Brett, you were never out of a game, though, because he wasn't afraid to try to come back. Aaron, sometimes, as Tom pointed out, you knew you weren't going to win the playoff game because he wasn't going to take the risks to win it. You can't hold the ball and take checkdowns sometimes. When you're losing by 2 scores, you gotta go. Or when the time's low, you gotta make a play. You can't take an 8-yard pass. We need like 15, 30, 45. You gotta go. We gotta throw. Same thing. That's what makes Joe dangerous, because that arm he has, man. You can't leave someone like the play. We're gonna get into it, like I said, very shortly. But the Bengals are scary because, like Tom said, that line looked a lot better, and that's Joe Flacco with 2 weapons. And the thing I will say about their defense that no one ever talks about, almost every game they get like 1 or 2 turnovers. Their defense is not good, but it reminds me of Buffalo's, where you get at least 2 turnovers a game, and that's what changes the game for you. 2 more possessions, they score and they win. That's what they do every time. They're not great, but that's the problem with the Ravens. They're always a defense, even when they're good. They don't really play. They don't do anything special. It's crazy.
Yep. Yeah, dude. Let's go to the Bengals Steelers. Let's do it. I don't have much to say about the Packers, man. I think they're just cruising along. It's time to stack a bunch of wins. This is the time in their schedule, and then they're going to start playing some good teams, and then you really show like, hey, we are the class of the NFC.
Move for a minute. I was saying bye to my wife. She's got work today. It's crazy on a Sunday. Let's go. But let me go to the next one.
Well, no, let's do so.
So let's do it. Do you want to do a quick around the?
Hot Bowl was epic.
Do you want to do the quick around the league, or you got anything to talk about from 6? Anything real quick, or no?
Nah.
Okay, let's just go straight to it.
This week 6 is kind of boring. There really wasn't many like, oh my gosh.
Baker's just amazing. That's all I gotta say. Let's go. There you go. Week 7.
You should.
Let's go, guys. Let's look at this game, because this is how you gotta end it. Like Tom said, the Unk Bowl was delicious.
The Unk Bowl was as advertised.
The Bengals won 33-31 in Cincinnati, the jungle. Tom, go ahead. You're ready. I always let you go first because you're ready. It's always ready. Tom's always ready.
Dude, number one, like, again, you saw, and you see why Mike Tomlin was angry that the Browns traded with him, the quarterback. Because number one, Flacco knows everybody, but number two, he's still. Dude, what's wild is I was looking at the AWS stats during the game, which if you're in, like, your phone app, it's pretty crazy. You can look at, like, they have, like, the time to throw for each quarterback. It's kind of wild. I was like, that's pretty sweet. They got all the next-gen stats embedded in there. Dude, Flacco was actually faster than Rodgers. That's what I was, like, texting you about. I was like, Rodgers likes to hold it like a tick because he's trying to see something come open because his receivers aren't that. I'm telling you right now, the difference you saw is this is where I never understood the makeup of the Steelers. They like to dink and dunk. They don't got guys that, hey, man, one-on-one, I need an out route. They're going to go get it. You know what I mean?
No.
They really don't.
DK's not a great route runner. He's good going deep, but that's it. He's not a...
Yep. Well, no, but also, you also got, I mean, like, they've been using the tight ends. They like the middle of the field, which is fine, but you've seen it. Rodgers keeps throwing these picks outside.
Yep.
I don't know. Again, you don't have Devontae Adams. He doesn't have good receivers. Anybody that thinks that the Steelers receivers are bleh. Anyways, dude, I mean, number one, it's fascinating when Pittsburgh finally when they actually, they gave up 30-plus points to the Jets week 1. Yeah. I get it, it's week 1, but dude, that offense is disgusting.
It's pretty bad. That's what, like Tom said, week 6 was boring because that was the first game and it was It was really boring.
Dude, I mean, Justin Fields, I mean, if you want to talk about something from week 6, I don't know why Justin Fields is considered a starting quarterback in the NFL anymore.
Well, this is where I got a problem with their coach, too. Aaron Glenn, who I like. Dude, you put Tyrod in that game, you definitely win that game. Easily.
1,000%. Just do it. Stop having this loyalty to this. Dude, the loyalty around Justin Fields is just, it's mind-boggling to me. He was never good.
It's crazy.
Anyways, sorry.
Yeah. I mean, it's over. It's been 5 years.
Continuing with this game, right? Pittsburgh's defense, I think, has been bad. And I don't think, T.J. Watt gets hurt, and it's just fascinating how, dude, they revolve around him. The minute he's out, they're in trouble.
Yep.
Their corners look exposed. I mean, Mike Tomlin, he's literally just playing the soft cover 3 zone and not get burnt deep. So all Jamar Chase was doing, he literally ran the same route 4 plays in a row, and Joe just kept hitting him on that route.
By the way, I just want to say, too, the thing, what has happened to cornerback? Because, don't get me wrong, I think Jalen Ramsey was solid, in his prime, but they're just, no doubt Hall of Famer. I'm like, really? Is that true? I mean, him and Patrick Peterson always hear that about. I'm like, Hall of Famer.
Well, on Madden, they'll make a mutt card when he retires. Thank you, Jalen, for being.
And I'm not trying to be a dick, but it's like, you guys do realize if Aaron Donald don't sack him, he got crispy burnt on that last play. It's a touchdown. Jamar Chase
you bring up a really good point, bro. Ramsey stinks against these Bengals receivers. He did in the Super Bowl.
He's just a really physical corner. I think people like that he can tackle, but I'm like, it doesn't make him like an all-time great. How many picks does he have? You got to have some stats too. Like, for all the hoopla with Dion locking people up, he also had 50 picks. I mean, you got to have some bodies too, bro.
He got shut down. Ramsey doesn't.
He ain't Revis. That's what I'm saying. Revis
doesn't shut anybody down.
Does anyone not remember Revis? Just it was insane. Peyton Manning told you everything. He literally was just like, look, I love you, Reggie Wayne, but that man about to put you in an island all day. I'm gonna throw to everyone else. I'm not even looking at you, bro.
Yeah, and Revis would he would get 5 or 6 picks a year. That's what was crazy.
Yeah.
For the lack of people throwing to him, he still found ways to do it.
And I'm gonna say it, for as bad as the cornerback play, the rules are for the corners, a lot of the good ones now just get away with holding a lot. They're not even good. I'm like, where's Revis would cover you.
The guy I really liked in that game, and I liked him when he played the Packers, was Turner for the Bengals.
Yeah.
He's really good.
Yeah. He's physical
he's the best
too.
Corner on the field.
No, good hands. He has good hands,
I don't know why,
too.
Jordan Love, he kept, there's a couple plays, I'm like, dude, stop throwing near him. He is, glued to Romeo Doubs, because Romeo Doubs is James Jones. He can't move.
And he has good hands. And he has really good hands, Turner. He'll pick that ball off. You gotta be careful. That's my thing.
I don't get it. I was like, you guys are dumb. I don't understand why you guys try things. But, dude, I mean, Aaron Rodgers, I just think again, the Steelers are just very, very, very overhyped. I think Aaron can cover up a lot of things because, Aaron is still good. I think the problem starts becoming is you saw him chewing out people.
No, I don't want to shit on corners.
The Warren one was justified, dude. It wasn't a flea flicker. It was a pack to him.
Yeah.
That could have been a turnover.
Yep.
But, dude, your teammate was celebrating with you, and he was like, he's all upset.
Yeah.
It's like, dude. Rodgers reminds me at the end of Favre. He's just very isolated.
Yep.
He's just there to do what he wants to do for himself.
Yep.
I don't think he's that invested in it.
I also
the
think
Steelers are just pumped because they got this Hall of Famer, and they're like, hey, we're not out of it offensively, which they aren't.
No.
They threw up 30 points. But, dude, defensively, this is the coming out party I've been waiting for the Steelers. And, dude, all the credit in the world, dude. I'm telling you, man, Joe Flacco better win Comeback Player of the Year again. Or something. He better win some award because it's just insane, dude. The guy literally has practiced for under a week with these guys. And, oh, man, it's just great to see. Joe Flacco is always elite.
Dude, he should be the new brawny paper towel guy. Could you imagine just him with a football in his hand and a paper towel, man? Sell you guys a lot of stuff. Give me my 10% when you do it, okay? Because I'm smart. I'm going to make you guys rich.
Josh, you know what? Here you go. Right now, debate. Eli Manning or Joe Flacco, Hall of Fame.
Oh.
I would easily take Flacco all day long.
Here's
That guy
my
is a gamer when you need him to game.
here's my thing.
Every freaking time.
If that's what we're doing, he had the better run easily. That's not even close. Like that year was
1,000% the
great.
better run.
That team wasn't even that good. I've said that 100 times. That's why I don't really remember that Super Bowl that well. I'm like, we should not have won. Ray Lewis was spraying deer antler spray to stay alive because that his all bicep was all fucked up. I'm like, the defense was kind of like, see, that's the thing with the Ravens that makes me mad. I mean to make it about them, but like even that year, the defense was all beat up and they still were tough. Like they were just like, you don't want to play them because they were going to beat you up like every time. They were just a tough defense. They were going to get those turnovers, but it's like Joe was amazing. Those are 12 touchdowns, no picks. That's wild. Now he has some dogs.
He beat the gauntlet though. He beat Luck. He beat Manning. He beat Brady, and then he beat when Kaepernick was at his prime.
And I want to give credit to the guys on that team that know, because everyone forgets him. And the worst thing the Ravens did was let Torrey Smith go, because him and Flacco had such good rapport, and you let him go, and I'm like, why? That made no sense. He would get you twice a game. He would have a chance to beat you deep. It was crazy. It was crazy. But, yeah, man, Flacco's a gamer, and I'm with Tom. I already said this before. Eli Manning is, if Eli makes it, Flacco should. Eli gets it because he beat Tom Brady twice. That's all it is in a Super Bowl, which is dumb because the first one had nothing to do with him. They held that team to 14
honestly,
points.
Even the second one didn't. They had an elite pass rush again, and they beat,
Oh, no, the thing with the second one is...
you want to talk about Aaron Rodgers Aaron Rodgers' killer was always he never showed up in the playoffs in big games when he needed to carry the team, and that 2011 one was one of them.
No, but like Tom...
He played awful.
I agree.
And the defense just fell apart. They weren't good enough.
And to your point, it's Flacco every time, man. No one wanted to play him in the playoffs because he would have games. And don't get me wrong, there were games like the one where they beat New England the first time was all Ray Rice in the running game and the defense. Got it. But after that, he was just, you never wanted to play him because, like Tom always says, and I don't know why the Ravens didn't do hurry up more because he was so good in the hurry up and 2-minute situations that end of games. He was so scary because he would just get back there playing shotgun, going fast, and teams didn't know what to do with him because he was so annoying. And this is like there's games against the prime Steelers defense, the really good one, where he beat them at home. I saw it the other day to throw one after this game. They were showing it online to throw up the sideline to Torrey Smith to beat him with like 16 seconds left. I remember watching that game. I was like, this dude, every time we get into 2-minute teams, are so scared. That's why Mike Tomlin's a good coach, though. Mike Tomlin wasn't dumb. He was like, he saw what happened. I was like, the Bengals, why would you do that? He was just like, why? Why? What is the point of this? Remember last year when they played the Colts, and he was like, don't hurt Anthony Richardson because he knows. He's like, this dude, I don't want to play him. Flacco is scary because when he has nothing to lose in a game, he's gonna throw that ball, and he is good. And you know what? We always talk about best arms. The thing with Flacco is, like, Aaron's got more zip. Okay, I'll give you that. But the thing Flacco can do that no one else is good at is he throws it far and he can throw it high. Like he throws these when he throws one of them moon balls, it's hard to judge when you're playing corner because the ball's high and he drops it in the bucket. It's up in the air and just drops. His deep throws are crazy. Like the one to T. Higgins. How do you defend that as a corner? Because you're trying to stay with the guy, and he lobs it up in the air. You can't find the ball if you look up because you're not looking straight above your head. You have a helmet on.
Well,
so by the time you see it, the ball's going to be right in his gut.
Aaron has the best arm talent ever.
He does.
Hands down.
He does.
No. Even the throws he still makes when he makes on the move.
Oh, well, that Hail Mary at the end of the game at his age is crazy.
Has always been, to me, his attitude.
Oh, no, he won't take it. If he had time.
He became, that's the thing with Joe. He's just humble. Like, you listen to this, he's like, you know why I'm playing? And he's so transparent. He's like, hey, you only get to play in the NFL once.
Yep.
And he's like, I just want to make sure I've left everything out on this dang field. He's like, I still got stuff to offer. And he does. The thing that's crazy is I think he got healthier after he left Baltimore and got, a couple backup gigs after the Denver trade.
Dude, he's in better shape than he was in his prime with the Ravens. You can see it. He's a very strong
messed
dude.
Up, man.
Yeah.
I don't think people in Baltimore understand how bad his back was.
Oh, it was.
And that's why he was having such a hard time.
Yep.
And again, they weren't evolving the offense to really deal with his age.
No.
They were more worried about, well, we can use this young guy and just run around and do dumb shit.
Yeah.
Which again is a good call, right? I mean, Lamar is going to be a Hall of Famer. Joe won't be, but I don't know, man. Joe.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Hey, I'm
telling you.
He's starting to get that curve.
You know what's going to suck? Joe's going to go down as like one of those just. He's just going to go down as like the Phil Simms, and honestly, I think Eli will be in the same boat too, because Eli was.
I think Eli's going to make it in just because of his family.
These guys that are just gamers,
Yeah, I don't want to make it sound like I got a problem. I think Eli was a gamer too. I just think I find it very interesting. Like Tom just said, I find it very interesting that Eli gets this aura, but not Joe. And I'm like, because he played in New York, I get it. But I'm like, Joe was a dog in them big games. I'm just saying, I give him that. And he's beloved.
Yeah.
And where I'm at in Baltimore, they love him. Where I grew up, that is. Joe will always be a legend there. That man comes.
It's like I sent you the Baltimore Barstool guy, the fat white guy. So
Stabby, yeah.
Joe Flacco.
There's just something about this Flacco.
I mean, honestly, it's so weird because I actually want to see Rodgers do well. It's like Favre. I think it's what's so impressive that the year they went to the NFC title game is that was almost arguably one of Favre's best statistical years with no one.
Yeah.
And he actually played really well. And that's the thing. I don't want Rodgers to be remembered as the Jets because that was terrible.
Yeah.
You know what? I do feel for him. I don't feel for the way he acts in terms of he gets on podcasts, rubs his mouth and stuff. What I feel bad about is, dude, last year that Jets team was trash. There's nothing. It's a dumpster fire situation. Yeah. He's now at least a team that has a championship culture.
Better coach, too. They have a good coach. They have a really good coach. He's amazing.
Yeah. So, I'll just be fascinated. I'll always be fascinated, man. I just think.
I'm a big Joe guy. Give me Joe all day.
I don't know. Rodgers he can diagnose the play real quick. I think the real problem for him is in this stage of his career, he likes to throw the short stuff, easy stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
He does not he's trying to take chances sometimes, but I actually don't think he doesn't have the receivers to do those chances like he used to when you're throwing up to Jordy and Devontae.
Yeah. I think
maybe
Aaron's...
they continue to do it, but that team needs to play when they were scary was when their defense was holding people to 10 points.
Well,
they were bad teams like Cleveland and stuff. Now, man, I just dude, good luck, man. You got to get in a shootout. Rodgers ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, I know. I think Aaron's still really good. I'm not hating on him. I think he's above average, but I also think the quarterback thing nowadays, that gets on my nerves, is the stats. It's all catered to them now, the offenses, And I'm like, can we chill out with the acting? They're still doing it now. They're starting to get the NBA where you're crapping on the old school guys, and I'm like, they're gonna have better stats now. It's a different game, bro. What are we doing? Hell, the push.
It's all about their stats.
It's stupid, though. I'm like, guys, it's not. Don't make that comparison. You saw the thing with Caleb Williams and Troy Aikman. I'm like, guys, way different league. Please stop.
It was so funny how much he was just destroying them.
That was bad, though. Troy, relax.
He should.
But he's still
Caleb Williams hasn't proven anything in this.
No, I agree, but I was going to defend Troy, but I'm like, Troy also, dude, it's okay. It's a different era. I get it. I get it from his standpoint, though. It's I had to get rocked in the jaw. And we ran the ball 30 times a game. And he's this dude just runs around flicking the ball everywhere and loses by 3 points. And it's I get it. But also, my thing is, people were dragging Troy Aikman. Dude, if he played in this era, I think they forget how much of a stud he was when he got drafted. First off, his team was terrible when he got drafted to him. They were terrible. They were awful. That line was awful. Okay? And that was a running league. All the MVPs went to running backs. It was crazy. It was
yeah.
Which I miss because I just loved the physicality back then. That's another thing. You couldn't throw a lot because you kill all your receivers.
Yeah,
Anyway,
definitely.
I think it's just wild. I'm like, but Joe's the guy, man. They're gonna be scary too, dude. And like I was saying, you know how beloved that man is when he comes here. When other teams, they always cheer him. Man, nobody, the Bengals ain't gonna get no crap coming here. They be like, it's fucking Flacco. Wow.
So about that Joe Flacco, man.
I'm telling you.
That's how we're gonna end
But
it.
yeah,
I
it's
like
gonna
how we
be
ended.
it's gonna be
Let's
really
go.
it's gonna be really fun, man. Now because you got Flacco there. Like I said, Ravens. I'm kind of just like I don't know what the season's gonna be, so I'm just enjoying football now. Who did the Packers play this week, Tom?
They're at Arizona.
Oh, we already talked about it. What the hell am I talking about? That's a fun one. Like Tom said, Arizona's a little goofy team. Sometimes they surprise you. Ravens are off, so they can't break my heart this week. Can't hurt my feelings. All right, so we can't lose
Can't lose
this
on the
week.
bye week.
We're not playing. Better get healthy, Lamar. We need you. Because like I said, this is going to be every week for the next 5. I'm just going to be like, good job. You did one. You got 1. You need 2. You got 2. You need 3. You got 3. You need 4. You need because really, ain't gonna be nothing to talk about. Because I don't think I'm good unless I see something crazy on defense where they get like 8 turnovers or something. But even then, it's a bad team. I don't know. But like Tom said, moral this week is don't mess with Joe Flacco. And the old guys look really good. They really did. And like he said, I think Aaron's a really, really solid player. And I do want him to play well because he's all-time great. But honestly, he makes it hard with his personality. He's such a, so annoying. But, he is a very good quarterback. And they still got some left. And Steelers are scary if their defense ever figures it out, which I don't know. So, but yeah, that's this week. Hope to see you next week. And likes are always appreciated. Subscribe for more content. And as always, Tom.
Roll Tide, and we can say anchor down.
Anchor down. Vanderbilt's for real. For real, man.